Oh, well, welcome back. Here we are again in the studio.
Yep.
Episode 10, double digits.
Double digits.
Wahoo.
Double digits.
What an achievement.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm pretty
For us.
I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah.
I did not think we would enjoy, and I do speak for the greater we in this one, that we would enjoy it so much.
Oh, it's
so I know
been
that you've been absolutely
fun
loving
as.
it. It's been it's like we said in a previous podcast, except it's like really ringing true now. It's just been good for every single part of our businesses. Been good for like focusing on learning a whole new strategy on social media, learning just heaps of stuff.
Yeah, the whole thing has just been mind-blowing.
Just mind-blowing. The support. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Wednesday night.
Joining us on the socials. We've been inundated with comments and emails, and it's been really, really good.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, I guess when you start something, you always are sort of like scared, I guess, that you're going to fail or that nobody's going to listen.
Yeah.
Or that you're going to put all the energy into doing something and setting something up for you, like either not to enjoy it or like,
or it just doesn't do what you want it to do.
Yeah, get any traction whatsoever. And like, we're definitely not doing this to like get tons and tons of views.
No.
But the bit of feedback we've had and the pickup that it's gotten is definitely
awesome.
But it like reinforces the fact that it's like, oh, this isn't a shit idea.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just fucking, well, we might be idiots, but
but we're not just sitting here talking to ourselves every single week.
Yeah. No, it's
and we are both of the mindset of anything that's not working, you just bin it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like, we've closed, or we've closed 2, maybe 3 businesses over the years. So you just go, all right, this is point B.
Yep.
Once we cross point B, that's it. Yep. We're either if we're not at this level, back out.
Yeah. Did you ever regret starting it though?
No, not at all. But we just got to a point, or one of the shops that we had, it was just like we just cannot bleed. It's just the money we're bleeding in is not the return on investment's not there.
Yeah,
and it sucked. Like you feel like you failed a bit, but
you got to.
At the same time, you sort of look back and go, well, imagine if we'd kept just bleeding,
or like the stuff you learn.
Oh
while
yeah,
you're
for
doing
sure.
it. Like it all just bleeds into the next thing that you're going to do and makes the next thing faster. Like us starting our shoeing business versus us starting the candle business versus us starting the cigar business are wildly different beasts.
Yep.
Like the pace of liftoff isn't months, it's like quick. Like it's weeks.
Yeah, you're not farting around for 6 months trying to work out how to get an ABN.
Or like
set your legal up and
drum up a customer base or whatever for some. Like it just sort of
feels more natural.
Yeah, the more network you have, the easier it is to do stuff. But you literally never regret starting something, whether it works or not. Is like sort of doesn't matter. It's just you'll always. My biggest fear in life has always been the fact with a massive if, I make it to a nursing home, I'm going to sit there and be like, fuck, I should have tried that.
Yeah.
Like that would, you're just sitting there for like fucking 10 years or 7 years until till you die and you've got nothing else to do except for cruise around on your wheelie walker and sit there and think about all the what ifs in your life. And for me, if I fail because I tried one of those ifs, at least I can tell myself that when I get to the nursing home, I can be like, well, you tried.
You had a go.
Actually, at least you had a go. You can't sit there and be like, fucking, if I tried that, I wonder if it would have worked. And like that would just destroy me, I reckon. I don't know if I'd be able to cope with that.
Yep.
And so that's been my motivating factor for basically every decision in my life, whether it's a good one or a bad one. It's always been, if I get to the fucking nursing home and I go, I missed out on this opportunity because of fear, or I missed out on this opportunity because of whatever, it's just going to tear me up. So
we
just
had
fucking do it.
The reason we started one of our first businesses was my wife was pregnant with our first child and was just constantly trying to find comfortable clothing and fashionable maternity wear and just coming home from the shops going, there's just nothing. Like, I'm sick of wearing oversized T-shirts and jeans they're just not comfortable.
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, if we can't find that stuff, no one can.
Yeah.
Let's just start a maternity shop. And you know, we stuck it out for a while. We started with the markets, and like it was just torture. Like packing up gear every Sunday, dragging it downtown, setting up a gazebo. But went from there into a shop, met some people along the way, ended up doing some events out west. And using pregnant women for the models. So like we'd hire in or pay pregnant ladies to come and model the clothing for the shoot, so that they weren't just a skinny model with a pregnant plastic belly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and different shapes and sizes, so women could look at. And you know, that had never been done before, and it was good, and learned a lot. And when we bailed on that, since then, like Danielle's always been into fashion and all that, and every job idea since then has just grown off that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
it's like, well, if we hadn't tried that, if we'd done our first markets and made $20 and spent $40 and gone, well, this sucks, you know, you sort of go, what could have been, what could have, could it have gone on to be bigger and better? And, so it is. It's worth just having a crack. I reckon.
Just fucking give it a run. You just want
and give it a decent run. Don't give it half an hour and go, that failed, I'm out.
Like, I guess that's what the biggest question in most people's mind is, are you just repeating the same thing expecting a different result? And in that case, you're probably an insane person and you're going to fail. But if you give it a red hot, genuine go where you can walk away from it and go, no, I genuinely tried everything we could to keep that going, and it just didn't work, and you go, well, it just wasn't meant to be, and that's just part of it. And there's a huge undercurrent in like society and into the sort of the Romans and the Greeks and stuff, and it's like a belief system called Stoicism, and the main part of Stoicism is giving up the concept of owning an idea or owning something. It's you're there for the experience, and you're there to learn. It's not a personal thing. It's just and if you're not attached to the idea and you're not attached to it, it will either grow or it won't, and that's just the way it is. You just have to let it go. And for all of you out there that sort of like us, I guess, who struggle with some of those concepts, if you start looking up Stoicism and books based on that stuff, the Marcus Aurelius and those guys have got some pretty sick literature on Stoicism, and it's a genuinely good place to start. Just getting your head wrapped around just what it is to be a human.
That's right.
There's just some really good fundamentals to believe in there, like Rudyard Kipling writes a poem called If, and I would recommend everybody read that one. And it's just about like understanding that if everything falls apart but you've done what you can and you walk away from it and you understand that you can rebuild, because it's not a death sentence. Like there's very few things in modern world that is an actual death sentence.
That's right.
Failing isn't going to kill you.
No.
You can learn to rebuild, and you'll build it faster because you've got way more knowledge than you did the first time. Then that's how you know you're growing as a person. And like that Rudyard Kipling poem, If, has always been a huge motivating factor in my life. And the other one is Teddy Roosevelt's The Man in the Arena. It's just like it's a fucking classic. But he was a Stoic as well. So like both of Rudyard Kipling and Teddy Roosevelt were both confessed Stoics. Like they believed in that sort of belief system. If it's a belief system, I guess it's a belief system, an attitude, like whatever you want to call it. And the Man in the Arena talks about the exact same thing. Like there's always going to be people on the outside of the circle that are going to mock you, that are going to laugh, that are going to call you whatever. We suffer from that in Australia more than anywhere in the world. That tall poppy syndrome. It is just everywhere. It is just that's right. And in the poem, it just says ignore it, because the people that have never felt failure, they're never going to feel the highs of victories or the lows of failure, and that's part of existing. Like if you've got those stories and you've felt the highs, and that's going to be better than the people that stand on the edge of the arena and laugh but have never felt either. Either extreme. And you have to feel both extremes. Unfortunately, it's just the way you can't have one without the other. No, you're just going to have, if you're aiming to do something that's a bit different, there's a chance you're going to fail, and that's okay. The cigar business nearly broke us multiple times. We went from
super duper highs of like getting our first shipment and getting, our first sales, and then the web store gets deleted, and then your
bank accounts get frozen.
Yeah, and then you spend months finding a new web store, and then it gets crushed, and it's just like, you just. But we're passionate about, and we knew going into it that
it was risky.
Yeah, and we went into it and said, this is the capital we're putting into this. If we run out of this amount and start going the other way, we'll pull out.
We'll pull out.
And
still haven't gone back. Still haven't gone backwards, son. No, it's doing all right. We do all right. But it's been a fun as fuck journey so far.
Awesome journey,
and
absolutely
it's only getting better. So appreciate that. And
little,
I guess that's
little pep talk to start your day.
Start your fucking Wednesday evening or whenever it is that you're listening to this. So. I guess we got way too carried away. We had things to say straight away. What are we smoking today, Strickland?
We're on the Corojo today.
Yeah, Warfighter, Garrison, Corojo. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking... It's not set up for the Australians.
It's not us bogans anyway.
to pronounce properly.
It can also be the 556 Garrison, I suppose.
Yeah. So it used to be the 556 Garrison.
Yep.
Whereas it's now called the Garrison Kojo,
which have got the way nicer bands.
Sick bands. They've done a fucking good job. I suspect that the Warfighter boys are pretty proud of the new labelling and the new branding, because it's pretty elite. And get yourself some
again, like handmade. So every time I had a night shift on Saturday night, and you're just sitting out there in your thoughts, and you're just like, this has never seen a machine.
Nah.
No. From step A to obviously rolling it around in the fermenting shed, but I mean,
but those machines are like
timber,
pretty basic,
timber and a crankshaft and
old.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole process is done by a human hand. Yeah. It's super skilled.
Humans turning over the bundles. In the fermenting rooms, like it's super cool.
Yeah, you want to get some ASMR, is it?
Yeah,
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube. I should take note of his channel, but he rolls different cigars, different sizes, with just like a top down, no words, and shows like selecting the leaf and putting the filler in and how he rolls it and shapes it, and it's just like super cool. Yeah.
No, there's something magic about cigars. It's amazing how long cigars have been around for, how long tobacco's been around for, and it's one of those industries that just hasn't changed, and it's for the better.
Yeah,
because of it. Like,
they haven't automated. Well, some companies obviously have, but a traditional hand-rolled cigar is still.
Yeah, it's just a treat. Like, I don't know. It grounds you in, like, there's nothing like artificial. There's nothing. There's nothing man-made about this smoke except for the fact that a man's or a woman's hand has put the tobacco leaves together. Yeah. Like, it's just...
And then even if you look into the history of the method of making a cigar, like who... It'd be a deep dive into the concept.
Yeah, well, I guess like ancient civilizations have used tobacco, like...
Yeah, but like the process of the filler and a binder and a wrapper and how they select the leaf and how they cut it. I mean, some guy lay under a cow once and sucked on its tit, and now we've got milk. I often
wonder...
You know what I mean?
I often wonder, back in the day, like when we were hunter-gatherers figuring out what to eat, and if you listen to last week's episode, this could be like a 300 million year old conversation.
Yeah.
But
even if you go back to our known history...
Yeah, is there like... the guy nobody likes in the tribe, does he just get all the new shit to eat? Like, there's a chicken
Or is it the guy like the Travis Pastrana of their time who's like, I'm going to be the first one to do a triple backflip.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be the first one to eat that.
Eat the chicken egg or drink the cow milk or whatever. But, like...
And even...
What happens? How many food groups in our current, like, history of humans... are deemed poisonous because the one guy who tried it right at the start might have just had a genetic allergic reaction. He was just like allergic to peanuts. Like, imagine if the first guy who tried a peanut had a peanut allergy and that was it. Peanuts are banned.
Do not eat peanuts.
Do not eat peanuts. The rest of the human race doesn't eat peanuts. Yeah. Like, at some point, someone had to be the first person to eat
super delicious things are out there that we've just deemed as
Yeah,
poisonous.
because old mate had an allergic reaction to it when he tried it. I don't know. Someone had to try it though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Did they watch like animals eat stuff first?
Yeah.
Because like there's some stuff that animals eat that we can't eat.
Yeah, that's right.
So
well, dogs eat. My dog will eat
basically fucking anything.
anything.
Oh,
My dog
yeah.
will pull a bird carcass out of a pile of leaves from 6 months ago and crunch down on it.
Our dogs have just figured out that tawny frogmouth poo is like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it smells of turpentine. Like it has this really specific odor to it.
Yeah, right.
And it like comes out of their pores, but they've just spent every night or the last couple of months
Hunting
tawny frogmouths just to find out where they poo, and it's the wildest thing you've ever. So they'll come back and they'll be so happy with themselves, and they'll show you. They'll be like, "Look what we've been eating," and it's just like, this is
Not
awful.
on.
Well, like they've eaten dead things. They've dragged hair feet into the house. Like whatever.
Yeah.
This tawny frogmouth addiction that they have is next level. It's the worst.
Yeah,
It's
right.
dead set the worst.
I wonder if it does something to them. Like,
So apparently it's super high in protein.
Yeah,
So I looked
right.
into it because I was like, this has to be like getting them high or something.
Yeah.
They'll wake us up at like 2 o'clock in the morning to go outside.
to go hunting.
To go hunting, and so like,
bird
we've
poo.
obviously now just had to tell them no because they're annoying.
Yeah.
Because when they first started doing it, we're like, oh, geez, these must be crook or something. They want to go out. No, they're just hunting tawny frogmouth, and they're just obsessed. Like it is a fucking mission every night that they go on. And so we looked up like, Jesus, this has to be fucking bad for them or something. No, it's just super high in protein. So they're little pea brains that are all about finding the
needing
most
protein.
nutrition
Yeah.
and finding protein all the time. Just must give them the biggest dopamine dump every time they find some tawny frogmouth poo. It is an obsession.
Why is it so rich in protein?
It's just what they eat.
Yeah,
So because
I suppose they eat mice.
They eat mice and crickets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's just a protein bomb.
Yep.
Apparently.
And I suppose protein in, protein out. Interesting.
Yeah, just stinky protein.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
So I wonder if someone back in the day tried
eating tawny frogmouth
Tawny
shit.
frogmouth shit, and then
you only have to smell it though. You'd be like, nah, bruh.
Yeah, but
This
then
is-
there's that like surströmming, the fucking fish, the rotten fish in the can. Like,
and that fucking
people eat that
fruit,
shit.
and that fruit in Thailand
Yeah.
that stinks like feet.
Yeah.
What's that called? I don't know, but
Oh, every fruit.
they're
But
all
like
shit.
that stuff, like you watch the videos of people,
Yeah. Trying
and
to
they're
eat.
just dry retching open in the can.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like someone obviously somewhere decided that's
Emma likes it. When we went to Finland and that,
Yeah, but she's from Tasmania.
yeah, and
there's a lot.
She's
There's a lot to
Ukrainian.
unpack
Yeah,
there.
yeah. There's a lot to unpack there.
But she's also one of our biggest supporters. So thanks, Emma.
Yeah, no, she
I
she
couldn't
loves
get
the
around
stinky
it, eh?
fish.
No way. No.
It's not my jam. Not even a little bit.
Even freshwater fish is a bit of a hard
Yeah, it has to
chew
be
unless
like
I've just caught it.
it has to be like super fresh,
Yeah.
and you got to be like in the adventurous mindset and being like, well, we're camping and we caught this, and
Yeah.
it's like this is fun to
Yeah.
do, but it's still like,
Yeah.
still I don't know.
Oh, you get yellow belly from out of the local
But
dams
it
here.
always tastes
Yeah, but
sort
it's
of
pretty
murky.
rocky bottom. Like they're
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah.
You sort of season the
But
shit
the
out
fact
of
you
it.
have to say it's not too
Yeah.
bad. Actually, the only thing I
Probably better
will
than tawny frogmouth shit.
anything's better than tawny frogmouth shit. The one thing I will eat out of dams like quick splits is yabbies.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
100%.
smash some yabbies.
Yep.
Like that is a good time.
What's your preferred catching method
Just
in
net.
dams?
Just
Net 'em?
net, yeah.
Yeah. We used to use, and I'll fuck up the name of the bush. We got family in northern New South Wales, and there's like a bush that grows on the edge of dams. It's all rocky, shitty country, and you pull them out of the ground. They'd be maybe 2 or 3 foot, like circular, like just a spiny looking bush.
Yeah.
Tie a rope around the trunk and chuck them in the dam for a couple of days, and the yabbies will nest in them.
Oh.
And then you pull them out real quick, and
Yeah.
then just pluck them all off the bank as they're.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
pretty
that's
cool.
what we used to do as
Yeah.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember. Actually, I've got a couple of cousins coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll ask them what the name of the bush was.
Yeah,
it
that's
was like
cool.
a specific.
Yeah. That's a fun way of doing
Yeah.
yabbies. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And so it has to be that bush that
Well,
they
it's just that
nest in,
they're
or
always
is
there.
it-
That
yeah,
bush
okay.
is there, and I assume sometimes those bushes are in the water.
Yeah, okay. So
And
that's
they'll
sort
just
of
like crawl up in there and start. Mate, you leave them there for a few days, or put a bit of. I used to always think, when you put a yabby pot in and you put a tin of cat food in,
Yeah.
that they like it, but they don't. They're getting in there to try and fuck it off.
Oh, really? They're
Yeah,
cleaning
that's why
it
you
up.
use like I've always had the best luck using like kidney or liver.
Yeah.
But leave it out, take it out of the esky and leave it out in the sun till you starts smelling it.
Yeah.
And I just think, oh, geez, these things love
a
rotten
bit of
meat.
rotten shit.
But yeah, someone told me that it was...
They're cleaning it.
And like cat food is one of, and soap are two of the best baits to use.
Yeah, okay.
But it's because of the oily, fatty shit in the water, they come in to try and get rid of it.
Get it out.
And that's why they get in the trap. It's not because I was like, why would they come towards soap?
Yeah.
And it's to get rid of it. It's not, they're not attracted to it.
They're just trying to clean their little houses up that we're
just polluting their
little
estuaries.
Homes. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's yabbies.
Yeah, yabbies are.
But they are good eating.
Yeah, yabbies are fun. Yeah.
Yep.
That's just a cool thing to. I wonder if other countries have yabbies.
Well, it's no different than like
crawfish,
shrimp, and stuff.
Well, I guess it's just a type of shrimp, isn't it? Like a type of prawn. Just a freshwater one.
Yeah. And they're good whether you barbecue them or boil them or they're just
just throw them in a bit of hot water quickly and then smash some Thousand Island sauce and away you go. Fancy Nancy.
Or we'll like just get the meat out, like the tail.
Yep.
And like chili flakes and a bit of olive oil.
Ooh.
Chuck them in barbecue.
Daddy.
Just like fry them up.
Yeah.
Good eating.
Good eating.
Getting hungry. Haven't eaten today.
Yeah, I need to get off the food. I had a fucking pretty good toasty for lunch, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, turkey toasty with cheddar and jalapenos.
Oh, go.
Yeah.
Go you.
Yeah, no, I rocked the toasty world today.
Yeah.
It was good. Normally I'm not a huge lunch guy, but occasionally just
go to town. I suppose if you're in the house, if you're mid job.
Yeah, well, I was sort of getting hungry.
Yep. Did you watch the F1 did you watch the race? Or
I did.
you?
No, I didn't watch it live.
Yep.
We generally get up, start sort of doing jobs and getting the busy work sort of out of the way, and then was throw it on in the background as we sort of get into it and then watch it. It was another good race.
It was a good race.
He's just an animal.
He's taken leadership of that team, I think, since Horner left.
Yeah.
Because he said he was the one suggesting a few setup changes.
Yeah. So he changed the aero on the front and the back wing to an extent that the engineers were like, we're not comfortable with this. And he said, we're going to run it this.
Yeah, well, what I got to lose?
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. That's what he said. And
what's the worst? He bins it and he's back in 13th with Sonoda.
Yeah, anyway. That's right. And the car just
flew. Set the fastest lap in F1 history.
Yeah.
And the fastest race.
Yeah.
Like total race time.
Yeah. So I think maybe people were setting the cars up wrong this whole time because it looked smooth, it looked clean. It did have some blistering on that front corner, but they reckon it was just superficial once it got actually into the pits and they had
that first tyre lasted a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Like he only did 10 laps on that last tyre, on the end tyre, 10 or 15
12,
laps.
I think. Yeah, because then Piastri came in with 10 laps to go. And they tried to catch up, but they were that far behind. And then gets us into our next point, the Norris-Piastri changeover.
Norris Gate.
The Norris Gate. Oh, my goodness. Would you have given the place back? I understand team orders are team orders, but they were saying, he was playing the team game, letting Piastri go in first, but he wasn't playing the team game. He asked the engineers, is it going to be better for me to go in first or second? And they said second. He's like, all right, I want to go in second. Send Piastri in.
Yep.
So Piastri did his fair run.
And it's the driver can't control the pit stop.
No.
It's the mechanic. And they use the same mechanics for both cars.
Yeah, same drill, same guns, everything. Yep.
And sometimes you just have a shit pit stop and you lose.
And it was it's a shame that they didn't celebrate that Piastri pit stop because it was 1.9 seconds. It was an absolute barn burner. He barely stopped. That's fast. That is a fast pit stop in any sense of the word. That's
yeah.
And so fancy.
And then Norris was
nearly 4 seconds.
4.9.
Yeah, a bit over 4 seconds. Yeah, it was slow, but. To take that away from Piastri's race, that would have given him a hand up to get closer to Verstappen. But everyone always just thinks about the driver. But that pit crew did a near perfect pit stop.
Yeah,
and
put him out in front.
The celebration of that is they get to see the car out faster and they get to see what impact they had on the race.
Yeah.
And by them just saying, give that place back to Norris because he had a shit pit stop, it just nullifies
shits on the whole thing.
Shits on the whole system. All they get is we worked really hard and we didn't get to see the result of that. That's the one thing.
My other problem or my other question is, now that they've set that precedent, if we go into Abu Dhabi with 6 points the difference, and Piastri's in the lead and has a slow pit stop.
Yeah. Are they going to let him?
Are they going to let him go back for the championship?
Norris is never going to let that spot.
No way.
No way.
So you've said it, and to Piastri's credit, he is such a level-headed fella. What is he? Early 20s.
Early 20s.
Like 22.
Yeah.
To just be like, look, guys, this sucks, but let's just get on with it. And he didn't dwell on it. Like, even after the race, he was like, oh well. And what did he lose? He's 3 points down on the champion. He's still
like
but it's just a shitty. It's a shitty thing to put on the team.
Yeah, it is. It's just and it also, for a team that's been focused on fair individual car racing all year, for them to just change that stance because the rich kid gets mad.
Yeah, and then to say, like, oh, well, it still put Piastri closer to Norris than he'd been all race. Well, yeah, it did, but it's still not
right.
If Norris was that much quicker for the first 40 laps, he shouldn't have had any problem making up that 4.9 second or 3 second discrepancy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he should have been able to, if he was that much better.
Yeah. And, like, I think that separates... And, like, I don't want to, like, be too harsh on him, but I think that separates people that
the fucking Tifosi were. Did you hear him booing him on the podium? Holy.
They were fucking up him.
They were angry.
It shows the difference between people who have had to make it themselves and people who have had it given to them.
Yeah.
And that emphasises the whole thing is... If he was someone who'd made it all by himself and wasn't relying on anything else, he would have stiff upper lip that and been like, well, that fucking sucks, guys. Can we not do that again? But because I am such a good race car driver and because I've got such good racecraft, we're not going to let this ruin the race. I'm going to catch this up and I'm going to do it off my back. Instead, he rings principal up and goes, I'm sad because this is unfair. I should have had that first pit stop. I want my spot back. It's like, okay, like... do better next time.
Yeah,
like I don't. So I was incredibly disappointed by them doing that. I think it really showed that it's not really what they say on the surface of we're here, equal team, everyone's racing. Like,
we don't have a number one driver.
We don't have a number one driver.
And you clearly do.
It really took it really took the shine off the apple for that race, and it's really a shame that McLaren had sort of have that, I guess, stance.
Yeah,
I think they could have really shown their
it really
true
muddied
team
a
colours.
pretty strong weekend.
It did, and it really shows the true colours is when that stuff happens. Like, that's the time where they really need to be like, no, it's the individual race car driver, and this is what we've said all year. Instead, they're like, oh, no.
And I can guarantee Verstappen would not have given that place back. Not
in a million
years.
Nor
would Bottas.
Nor would Sainz.
No.
Nor would fucking... Like, you know.
Poor old Sainz. I'm not... he's one of my favourite drivers.
He's such a good dude.
On struggle street at the moment.
He's on struggle street. He can't get a lap in. Like, he just can't get ahead. Like, it just seems like the racing gods... I don't know what he's done to upset the racing gods, but...
No.
By golly, he's been in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
And, like, that could have dramatically changed the end of that race too when Sainz and Behrman collided. Lucky they both got going again, or you would have had 10 laps to go on Max on hards, both the McLarens on softs.
It really would have changed the race. But, like, it was another weird FIA thing.
Yeah.
I've been like, Behrman got the fucking penalty for that.
Yeah, and that was
like the exact same thing that happened.
Carbon copy.
Oh, like the week before.
Yep.
And Sainz got the penalty.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no
consistency at all. It's like, I was like, how does that work? And, like, apparently the rules are if he's ahead, then he gets.
And to be fair,
but that's what happened in the.
Behrman was like half a car in on that corner. It wasn't like his front wing. Like, he was.
Yeah, but he had nowhere to go.
No.
So I don't understand why Sainz trying to come around him. Like,
Sainz couldn't really get much further out, but at the same time, he probably could have seen that move coming at the start of the corner and backed out a little bit.
But you could see coming into that corner that an accident was going to happen because zero of them were giving the other an iota. There was no inch to be had.
That was, and even like lap one and Monza's usually had sideshow, and how they got through, like Leclerc and Piastri on those first four corners.
Yeah.
And they fought that out for like 5 laps. Like, as much of a shit run as Leclerc's had at Ferrari, he can hold his own in the corner if he needs to.
He can
he's
get
a very
his elbows
skilled
out.
driver, but
I
don't know, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, all in all,
around.
fucking another good racing weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking forward to the rollout of the season now. Like we're on the downhill run
getting
now.
Closer, yeah.
And like obviously McLaren's going to win the.
They don't just have to do
a lot,
much more. They've only got a 1-2, another couple, and that's in the bag.
Yeah, they've done it for everyone. So that's going to be interesting. Unless obviously Verstappen has a plan of his own, they're going to go with probably a similar setup now. To
they go to Baku.
Baku's the next one. He's probably because it's another fast track. Baku's another fast track. So he's probably going to run that same setup. So McLaren probably got a bit to worry about.
Yeah.
It's not the game isn't set yet.
No, I think they're far enough ahead of Max that he can't really upset the 1-2 like he's in the points, but it's going to really hamper the dream run that McLaren have been having if there's a Red Bull at the front for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that shouldn't be at the front.
Yep.
Like that's the other incredible thing. Like I don't know, he's just we've spoken about this before, but he's just a different cat.
Yeah.
Like his brain must just work different.
It does. You can tell in the interviews, in the post race, in the pre race, in the press conferences. He's there to drive a car. He's not there to interview, and he's laughing at stupid things that the commentators say, and he doesn't play any of that image game that everyone else plays in that sport.
Yep. No.
Which is good. I used to hate him when he first started. I thought, you arrogant little prick.
Yeah.
He was just like, but as he's grown older and gotten better, you just think, that's why.
Well, you probably just gotten used to him, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just used to think he was always, when he was the young guy on the team, he was just, you just think, you little shit. Like, you could just tell, but his answers back then in interviews are the same as now. I think he's just always had that don't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah.
And it's obviously worked for him.
Yeah. Done well. Done very, very well.
Yeah.
No. We were going to touch on something.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, I was actually going to tell you about a fucking wild story I read the other day.
Yeah.
There's a surgeon in the UK who's just been jailed for fraud.
Yeah.
He amputated his own legs.
Yeah.
Like, because he had a sexual fetish about cutting pieces off his body.
Yeah.
But he told the health system or his insurance that his legs had to come off. Like, he was, like, freezing them in dry ice and, like, killed all his nerve endings and shit in his legs and got insurance to pay and then, amputated both his legs. But it was just because he's a fucking sick fuck. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, so he's now getting jailed for fraud because they were like, there was nothing wrong with your legs.
Yeah. Why did you
just wanted to cut them off because you're a
weirdo.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What a weird kink to have. We're not here to yuck anyone's yum, but Jesus. Pick a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like or chop a finger or do a Van Gogh, like knock an ear or something.
An ear. Like start with an ear.
Yeah.
Go to a pinky maybe. Like you don't use pinkies all that often.
No. Both legs
pretty important.
At the knee.
At the knee. Yeah. Like all the way up.
And he just said he's always fetishised like.
Did he do it to himself?
Yeah.
That is
like set it up
impressive.
to like obviously didn't. I don't think he did the surgery himself.
Oh, that's way less cool then.
But like played the whole story out and deliberately damaged his legs so that then he went to his insurance, put the paperwork in like, my legs have got to come off, and then was like, this is fucking sick. Like, what a wild cat.
What a wild cat. There are some different cats out there, but that is...
Yeah,
that is
I just read that the other day, and like as I'm reading it, I'm like taking notes for the podcast. I was like, we've got to put this down. Like this is
wild. We'll have to look into some other.
Oh, I don't know.
That'd be awesome. That'd be an awesome track to go down, I think.
Weird fetishes. But yeah, imagine that. There's two perfectly good legs, just like, lop them off.
And like, I wonder what happens to people's brains where they get like fixated on stuff. Because like, obviously, that's an extreme example of like someone going down a track.
Well, my only thought was like he spent his whole career amputating limbs off other people, and he was just like, I wonder what it feels like.
Not great. I can't imagine.
I can't imagine so either. But
because I don't know a lot of amputees, but like I've been around a few, and every single one of them that I speak to, and like I could be wrong, but this is their experience, was when they wake up in the morning, they forget that it's gone because they can still feel it.
Yeah, you get that
and then
phantom.
The phantom limb.
Yeah,
and then they look down, and then it's like
reality sets in.
You're like, oh shit, I fucking still don't have a leg. Like, this is crazy. And like I know guys that have like lost fingers and stuff, and they'll like swear that the finger's still there. And they'll when they're doing stuff subconsciously,
You'll see them
they'll
go to itch
like
it.
they'll go like do stuff. There's a guy at Emma's work apparently that has like missing a leg, and he'll like scratch his
Like his prosthetic. Yeah.
Like scratch his ankle because he'd be like, it's itchy. And you're like, it's your ankle, man.
It's
like it's
steel.
prosthetic. Yeah, it's like not a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so,
Wow.
I can't imagine it's ideal.
No. And what a weird thing to want to just do to yourself.
But also, like, imagine then going to prison without 2 legs. Like, prison's a pretty hard place.
Yeah, pretty hard to get away from
It's gonna be
Bob
hard.
the rapist.
Yeah, pretty hard when they bunk you up with old mate who's a bit faster than you.
Pretty
like,
hard to kick someone.
Pretty hard, yeah. Pretty hard to get away. Like that's going to be a tough spot for old mate. Like I don't think. I think he's going to learn some new fetishes.
Yeah. Well, then there was a what is she? 20.
Oh, the chicken
23 in Dubai. Yeah, it's going to be a tough stint in prison too.
Not going to be ideal.
No.
And then she tried to do that GoFundMe, and GoFundMe cancelled it, banned it, stopped it straight away because they're like, what are you
fucking thinking?
funding? Yeah. But she was a law student.
Yeah.
Like she was a legitimate law student.
Yep.
And got caught for like banned substances.
Which everybody in the world knows you
don't
cannot.
go to fucking Thailand.
No.
Don't go to Indonesia, and don't go to the UAE or fucking Saudi with banned substances.
Yeah, they will put you on a firing line.
They will. They just don't care. And like, I guess that what a weird thing to cry poor me about.
Yeah.
Like she's not like, who was that chick in Bali with the boogie board bag?
Chappelle.
Yeah, Chappelle called me.
That Matt Ruder.
Like, she stuck with that story for a long time.
Oh, years.
That they put it in her boogie board bag and she didn't know anything about it. And, like, people had some empathy for her because she stuck with the story, whether it's true or not. Did it ever come out whether it was true or not? I don't know.
I lost interest in it pretty quick.
I don't know. I don't think she's still in jail. I think
No, she's out.
Yeah.
I remember she's been out for years.
Has she?
Yeah, and she's a fucking celebrity now.
Is she? Yeah. Excellent. Good on her. I still wouldn't want to do the time in an Indonesian prison. Like, that'd be a rough place to be. But she always went with it wasn't me, mate. Like, these people framed me for it. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. But this chick has, like, literally none of this. But she just, like, actively brought...
But going to a country like that, you wouldn't even give them the opportunity to set you up.
No.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
you
my
would
God,
be, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags.
Yeah, no, that's
sir.
exactly right. But, like, they will, on the plane into those countries, so, like, when you're flying into Dubai, or when you're flying into... I've never flown into either, but I've had friends that have flown into them. They give you the spiel on, these are the local customs. When you're in the hotels or whatever, it's okay. But when you're out on the street, if you're not married, don't hold hands.
Yeah.
Do not kiss in public. If you're on a public beach that isn't owned by the hotel or whatever, you have to stick women, cover your shit.
Yep.
But if you're at the hotel, that's fine. Like, it's sort of different rules. But they're like, when you're out in public, you have to abide by these customs. They will just arrest you.
Yeah.
They just don't care. Like, they're not here to negotiate. They're just like... And so, like, I would assume she seems like an avid traveller. I can't imagine it was her first trip into the Middle East. She seems like she was pretty well versed in it. It's like, man, it's a dumb thing to do. Like, there's so many. I think maybe people get how capitalist the West is, because you could basically, if you've got enough money, you can basically argue yourself out of most things.
Anything here.
Tax fraud, hard to argue. Getting, like, picked up by... So, like, there's things that you can't argue. They will just throw the book at you. But most things, 99% of things, you can basically argue yourself out of. And in America, it's 100% of things.
Well, you know yourself, even here with business disputes. Mm-hmm. We've both been involved in varying degrees of disputes over not being paid and not contractual obligations and things.
Yeah.
It is never on the customer or to prove anything.
No.
It is 100% on you or I to prove that we did everything right, not that they did something wrong.
And the only way you do that is with cashola.
a shitload of cashola.
Have the casholas.
Yep.
And if you don't have the casholas to fight it, I'm sorry, bucko, you're fucked.
I've got a off air. I'll finish a story we were talking.
Anyway,
but it's like what the.
But if you've got casholas, you can argue.
Yeah, but over in those places, none.
In America, 100%.
Yeah.
In Europe, most places in Europe are pretty flexible, but it's
to the point where it's going to be back to.
Yeah, it's getting pretty not negotiable. But Australia and America definitely negotiable. UAE, Saudi, 100% non-negotiable. They don't have like a jury of your peers helping you fucking. They just go, no, son, this is the your prerogative rule. MJ, that's it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You stole.
Put your hand out. Yeah. Here's the sword.
And like it's a hot take, but maybe not a bad system.
Yeah.
Like the ancient Egyptians. I know we always end up in ancient
Who are
Egypt,
they?
but it's super interesting because the ancient Egyptians had a system in their like crime fighting, in their jury courting,
in the police force.
In their policing. If you were 100% convicted of a crime, they'd disfigure you.
Yep.
So depending on the crime, so if you stole something, they'd cut your nose off.
Yeah.
And so you would walk around in public without a nose, and people would always know that you're a thief.
Yep.
So it just instantly separates you from the not thieves.
Yep.
And
they did that. Well, I mean, they did it probably to more of an extent in the Saxon times and that sort of thing as well. But they were like carving women's faces up for being witches.
Yeah, they got a little bit carried away with that.
But they were doing a similar thing. That was like, if you commit a crime, you will be marked forever.
They were just like less focused on the evidence side of the crime.
It was more religion based.
It was more Church of England based. But cake or death. So I am very grateful that we live in a country that is, one, evidence-based, and two, if you've got a good argument, you can like justify your position, because not everything is black and white, and I do understand that not everything is black and white, but by golly,
it seems to favour the
what's capitalist? It's the rich. It favours the rich. It just does. The system is rigged. To benefit the rich. Okay, the more money you have, the easier shit is to do.
And it's a shitty thing to learn in business in Australia, is that you just write these losses off as like whatever.
Yeah, it's now just part of our cogs.
It's 10 grand. 10 grand is a lot. That's a lot of wages. That's a lot of everything. And it's like, I can't.
Yeah, you got to sell a lot of $8.
I'm going to spend 40 grand to recover this 10. And at a certain point, you go, on principle, I want to burn this shit to the ground. But I'm not going to tie up, which is wrong. It's But that's just
it's a lot of time and energy to go and chase people that are doing the wrong thing. Actively. I do.
But moral of the story: don't smuggle hard drugs into UAE.
Yeah, it's just a silly idea. But like, I guess the Japanese have got this shit sorted because a big part of their culture is honour. And so it still works like that today, very much so in their culture.
It's why they were so fanatical in World War II.
It's why they're really good at basically everything, is because if they don't do it to the best of their ability, they're afraid that they're going to bring dishonour to their family name. Which just creates a better culture, because if you get known as the guy who doesn't pay his bills, or if you get known as the guy that's putting glass in your pizza so you can get a free pizza, that's not a family that's going to be honoured and looked after by the populace. They're going to be shunned. And so there is something to, and I think that's why rural populations, I think, are genuinely more put together, because there is less people. You can't disappear into a crowd.
No,
if you're doing something fucking weird in Toowoomba, it takes 0.4 seconds for people to just ring everybody and just be like, mate, this guy, he's like, watch out, he's coming. And like the F truck community is the same, the Farrier community is the same,
and that's all we've got to go back on. Is like, you know, we've had over the years only a handful of shitty customers. But you get to the point where you realise that, you know, you've been done over, or it's not worth chasing them. You just ring everyone you know and say, hey, if this person comes in, they don't pay their bills. And before too long, every person in town goes, "Nah, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
We're too busy. Can't help you."
Can't help you. Yeah, that's right. And so it's like, I think the world would just like, I think we're at the peak of the legal system. I think people are getting annoyed with that system, and they're starting to come back to handshakes and like honour stuff, being like, look, this is what we said we're going to do. This is what you said you're going to do. If you honour your side, I'll honour my side. If you don't, I won't. I won't.
Simple.
Simples. And then it just works. Like, it's just a so much better way of doing it. And then people get butthurt when you do your side and they don't do their side, but then they don't get half of what you said. And you're like, well, this is not how it works, mate. And then the weird stuff starts. But you're like, it's not that hard to just be like, you said you're going to do this. I said I'm going to do this.
Let's just do it.
It's fucking super easy.
Yep.
But anyway, don't bring hard drugs into the UAEs, kids. Silly idea.
Don't amputate your own legs.
Just be a normal, good person. As Jim Jeffries in his prime said, when you wake up in the morning, just tell yourself, don't be a cunt.
Yep.
And then don't be a cunt.
Simple.
Simples. Easy.
Simple mantra.
Simple mantra.
Yep. That you were just talking about the Japanese. I took a lot of notes this week because my algorithm was so good. I got so many new stories. So you know about CRISPR, the genetic modification stuff that the Chinese
genetic
do.
editing.
Some scientists in Japan have been using it to for good.
Yeah.
And they've deleted the spare chromosome that causes Down syndrome.
Oh.
And proven
it works.
So they reckon within a few years you won't see kids born with Down syndrome.
Wow.
They can just go into your genetics or your
and just
whatever and just remove that
scrub it
21 chromosome. Just scrub it out and that's it.
Because when you get pregnant, you do a heap of tests like early on.
You can do
that's
now,
one of the tests really early on. They can be like, this kid's going to have Down syndrome.
Yep.
But there was nothing you could do about it, but abort it.
And I know,
whereas now they're saying you can actually fix it.
And I know in recent years it's been not with CRISPR, but there's been options for people who might have like a known genetic disease, like a known respiratory disease or something, to go through the IVF route. Yeah. To bypass that, so that you're not building a kid, but you can sort of help direct. It's not 100%, but it's like 80%. Yeah. So like if granddad, dad, son all have this disease, blood disease, whatever it is, they can say, righto, well, let's use IVF, get you a daughter. So then it removes that deficiency from generations moving forward. So it's a similar, very, very expensive thing. And I'm assuming CRISPR is probably very similar.
Yeah, I imagine.
But it's pretty cool that they're actually finding a good use for genetic scrubbing and genetic editing.
Yeah.
Not just, I want a kid with brown hair and green eyes.
Yeah.
Let's just make
really, really good at football.
Yeah. So, no, it was pretty interesting. I read into it. There's a lot of words and stuff in there I didn't understand. But
all of that genetic stuff's like super interesting. We've got farrieing clients that are getting they play polo, and they had a really, really good mare that can't play polo anymore. Yeah, and they're getting clone.
Yep.
To play of the horse, and there's studs in Argentina. There's polo teams of horses, so it's like a lot of horses that are all the same horse. It's a whole team of cloned horses,
and they don't have any deficiencies.
No, they can't. None of them. And so like this is like a bit of a superstitious part of the cloning part, but no cloned horses, to my knowledge. I'm happy for you guys to correct me. But from what I've been told, no cloned horses has ever outlived the host. So if this mare that these people are getting cloned, let's say it died at 15, and then they cloned a heap of horses based on it, no clone has ever lived past 15.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like a really weird thing that apparently is somehow built into the coding, but it's very consistent along these groups of cloned horses.
Yep.
And so they're getting unbelievably good at cloning horses, but there's only some sports where you can have a cloned horse. So like racing.
So they put like racing.
Racing, you have to have a live service, which means you have to put a living stallion over a living mare in a paddock.
Yeah.
And then it's on a stud book.
Yep.
And there's like heaps of other like horse stuff that has the same rules, but polo doesn't have a stud book, so you can use cloned horses in polo, which is like
what used to blow me away was like we used to talk to guys when I was working sort of remote about fucking everything, but guys that breed or families that breed working dogs, and they get the genetics to a point. There was, I can't remember if it was like Charleville, it was out that way. It's really like well-known stock of working dogs, and they bred them all that they all had the same marking, like on their chest. So you could go and see 6 dogs working at the yards and know, right, those 3 dogs are from this guy. After it, I don't know how many generations of bred, but to know, right,
cool.
we do this and this and this.
And
none of that's genetic modification. It's just knowing
line breeding.
Lineage. It's lineage stuff. But it was like they could pick that dog. I know that those 2 dogs have come from this breeding stock because of the markings on them. Cool. It's super interesting.
We were talking to these people about these cloned horses, and it opens up this really interesting debate because, and like it's going to be the same when we eventually start cloning humans.
If we're not already.
If that cloned mare, for example, she was an unbelievably good polo player, but she wasn't brought up in a polo family. She was a really rough horse from out west, and then had a really tough life, was like heavily abused or whatever. These people homed her and just turned out to be just a fucking ballistically good polo.
It weren't.
Well, is that the question? So is this nature or nurture? Was that horse always going to be a good polo player, or was it because of nature, or was the nurturing process, the way that it got programmed as it was living, turned it into a fearless polo horse? So is this cloned horse going to be the same, or because it's growing up in a fancy Nancy house with stables and it's getting
lazy shithead
is it going to be a lazy shithead horse? Because it might be genetically the same horse, but it hasn't had the same life.
But is it in the genetics?
Well, that's the question.
Because you go and buy a brand new border collie pup from anywhere in Australia. Does not matter if it's Melbourne or on a property. And sit them in front of chooks or kids
or sheep or birds.
They will instinctively. Our dog is the laziest shit heap of a border collie you've ever met. When she was a pup, she would move around in the yard and drop and watch the kids, and then they'd kick a ball around and she'd get up and move to a better position and drop instinctively, like 4 or 5 weeks up, whatever, at 9 weeks up. So it's in them.
I've worked with mustering dogs that are young, and they'll just go and muster goats by themselves. They'll just bring a mob of goats back on these stations. They'll just like disappear for a couple of days and then come back with a mob of sheep or a mob of goats.
Well, how many times do you have these big flooding tragedies, and you'll find even when all that flooding happened in Western Queensland at the start of the year, they'd be flying out looking for cattle, and they'd find 25 cattle and a fucking buggered dog up on an island somewhere. He's just herded what he could find up.
No, it's super cool, but that's the nature over nurture debate, right? And it's going to be interesting to see whether the same thing happens as this becomes a more available. Like, obviously, it's psychotically expensive at the moment to clone anything. But like, as this becomes a more like mainstream thing, it's going to be interesting, because at the moment the only evidence they have, and this is from the Argentina team that has the cloned horses, they're all exactly the same, because the horse they cloned started as a foal in the Argentina polo school, and they broke it, trained it, rode it, played it the exact same way as they did with the next 12 horses. So if you've got a replicatable system, and
Yeah.
you know in that system the horse becomes a good polo player,
Yeah.
then cloning it works really well because you know when it was 2 we did this, and then at 4
You've got
we did
a-
this. You've got a system
Yeah,
of
yeah.
training a horse to be
Yeah.
a good polo player, and you
Whereas
know that horse.
if you just clone 20 and
Yeah.
sell them off as good polo horses,
Yeah,
and they
that's
go
right.
to a different.
Yeah, are they going to be good polo horses? Yeah, it's going to be super
Potentially.
interesting. Potentially, yeah.
And I guess that's the thing. Are you cloning the potential, or are you cloning an exact replica? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, are you cloning and saying this animal has the potential
Yeah.
to be
Well,
on the
I-
Argentinian polo team?
Yeah.
But if you lock it up out in the back paddock and treat it like shit, it's going to be a shit horse. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's a super interesting question. So it's it's going to be really, really cool to see where that goes in the next, I don't know how many years, 10 years probably.
are they going to clone you?
I doubt it. They wouldn't be allowed. There'd be rules against that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we don't need more gingers.
We don't need any more gingers. One of me is perfectly acceptable, I think. I think that's as sad as my parents are about that. I think one of me is plenty good.
I don't think they'd want another one either.
I don't think so.
I think they'd be more than happy to
Yeah.
enjoy the one that they've had.
Yeah. Yes, they will be.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's gene editing.
Yeah, but so I just thought that was cool. You don't often see medical stuff being done for the good of the human race.
Yeah, no, that's. I think, but like, I think we'll see more of it. I think. Yeah, I guess it's the same as any technology, right? Like, it probably gets a bad rap to start with, like X-rays and that.
Yeah.
Probably didn't start off with the best because they were the only reason they got more or less mainstreamed was because of World War II.
Yeah.
When Madame Curie did that. And so it probably didn't have the best shining light on it for a long time, and then it turned into a really decent thing. But
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm seeing a lot more companies releasing like decent AI modules and things,
Yeah.
like open source.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
just saying, this is what we've built, this is what it can do, go and
go and tinker with
we
it.
won't charge you, but go and do good with it, you know what I mean? So
And like everyone benefits from stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah.
They learn, they get way more insight because you've got, and like, this is the,
well,
this is the-
their AI model is learning.
yeah, from like multiple different sources,
more
right?
universities you can get your AI module into, the quicker it's going to level up.
Yeah, you'll end up with a way better one.
Yeah.
Even though it might have cost you some free stuff in the beginning, you'll end up with
Yeah.
a better model. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought.
That's not very good on,
No.
on a platform where speaking is key.
Where speaking's key. No, it's gone.
All gone.
It's gone.
Try again next week on
Yeah.
that one. But yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's good to see that some of these businesses and companies, their drive is betterment of the human race, not
Yeah.
maximum
Just
profit.
profits, yeah. Yeah. And I think our generation's doing a really good job of, even in something that's way less extreme than AI or medical intervention and stuff like that. Like I watch a heap of cooking stuff on YouTube, and a couple of them like run really, really high-end restaurants in London and stuff, and they're finding that the most popular style of cooking is becoming that renewable, safe farming practice, localized produce, things that aren't the travel time on the food isn't 6,000 kilometers. It's like 20 meters away. That's sustainable model. We're not looking like, I don't think our generation really believes in the zero carbon. We need to be carbon neutral shit. But I think responsible agriculture and responsible resources, like,
And God, meat from a paddock is so much nicer
so much
to eat,
better.
and the veggies are nicer. And
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
we're lucky where we are. There's a farm shop just up the road, and they're fully stocked all the time, but they source everything from local.
Yeah.
And it's back to, like, I remember I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but like when we were kids, you had seasonal veggies, seasonal fruit. Like you couldn't
in the
get
supermarkets.
you couldn't get strawberries out of season. It was like, okay.
avocados, all that stuff.
And then you go to the shops and they go, oh, strawberries are back in season. Awesome. Whereas now you buy them year round, and they're the size of a fucking mandarin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just pumped full of
Shit.
whatever.
Yep.
So like we changed over to like paddock to plate meat a couple of years ago now. It's so much nicer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
500 grams of mince still weighs 500 grams
once you
after you cook it.
But like it keeps you fuller for longer.
It's the right colour.
Tastes better. Yeah, it's just everything about it. And I understand that not everybody has the resource to be able to get that, but
and it's a big undertaking. Like if you buy a quarter beast or a half a beast, you need a lot of freezer.
Yeah, it's a big job.
Yeah, and you've got to make sure it's packaged correctly and
you've got to use up parts that maybe you're not massive fans of. But
but also then we've found you find interesting ways to cook those.
It's been really fun.
Like we never, none of my kids had even heard of Osso Bucco.
Yeah,
and you get it, they go, "What's this?" So I was like, "Oh, well, I guess we better cook that up." And
Osso Bucco style. Yeah. No, well, we've been doing a lot more, especially with beef. You can basically eat the whole sheep without too much drama.
Yeah.
But with beef, there's some rougher cuts.
Yeah.
That are much harder to chew on. Like you don't want to just cook them like a steak. So we've gotten heaps better at marinating stuff.
Yep.
And just doing way more. We do way more slow cooks now.
Yeah.
To get through a lot of that stuff.
We've probably laxed a fair bit in the last few months with sport and out. You
guys get fucking busy.
It's very, very uncommon for us to be home as a family before 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Every day through the week.
Yeah.
So it's just grab some chicken burgers from Woolies or grab something quick and easy.
Yeah.
But then when you do get back out and get something out of the deep freeze, and you're so good. You get to a point we get to a point 2 weeks ago. We were just we need some steak.
Yeah,
we just need to
food.
get some steak.
Yeah,
and it was so good. It was just awesome.
Yeah, you can get even we do you just get back in the habit of getting takeaway or fast meal solutions.
quick easy meals.
And then you get in the habit of it, and then you just stop cooking for ages, and then you're like, oh man, I feel like shit. We start cooking, and then you start cooking again. You're like, oh my, I'm never buying fast food ever again.
Yeah.
And you go through a month of cooking everything.
Yep. And we'll still if we do up a big mince for nachos or something, there'll be 8 different veggies in it. You chop up a heap of stuff and make a heap of it, and then you're good for the next couple of nights or a couple of days.
Because that's the other good thing about having a full beast in your freezer is you've got bulk of everything, so you can cook up big batches of stuff. It's just so much better.
Yep. So we'll get back into it now that the days are getting a bit longer, and you can
barbecue season.
Yeah, you can get the barbecue out and start going again. Through winter, it's good to just do the quick easy meals. And
we just we smash the slow cook. So obviously we work from home. Our factory is at our house.
Yep.
So we'll just get the Dutch oven out.
Yep.
Throw it on the stove. Throw a blade roast or fucking charcoal, whatever, in a big pot of everything, and then just do pulled meat, do tacos, do nachos, do that will last us 4 or 5 nights.
Yeah.
Have sandwiches or whatever. And then the next time, do another big cook up, do a big lasagna or something in a massive pot.
Yep.
Eat lasagna for 4 days, and then the next
and it
thing
tastes better every time you reheat it. Anyway.
Lasagna's the best. I made a lasagna last night, and oh my fucking god, god tier lasagna.
Yeah, nice.
I watched a YouTube channel of a guy butcher a lasagna 2 days ago. And it just sat with me, and I was like, "That if I die right now, and that's the last lasagna I ever I can't deal with this." So I had to make
a better one,
a better lasagna, and then eat it and be like, "Yeah, that's a good lasagna."
Yeah,
and now I'm happy again.
Yeah,
but
we found especially through this term 3, we run our whole life on terms because we got kids in school.
Yeah,
but term 3 was just it was 4 weeknights of extracurricular sport and training and that. And so Denny, I just started finding these quick, easy sushi bowls.
Yeah.
Just bang some chicken tenders in.
Yeah.
Chop them up, bit of cucumber.
Yeah.
Teriyaki, bit of takes 10 minutes and fills you up.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
You get a bit of good stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But then you go on the weekends, same thing. I've been working here.
Yeah.
30 hours a weekend.
Yeah.
So now that it's getting lighter and I'm back mowing and it's
you just need to bring your smoker here.
Yeah, I know.
Just start smoking meat.
It'd be good for morale.
Yeah, but you could just take it home after you've been smoking it all day.
Yeah.
Just, awesome.
Smoke it in front of everyone. Just take it home at night. But now it'll be good. It'll be good now that the days are longer. It's just a thing. You mow and you put your sprinklers on and get the barbecue out, and it's just a good way to spend the weekend.
Oh, I'm so keen for this summer. It just feels like this winter went ever, and it was fucking cold.
Yeah.
It legitimately snowed.
It took a long time to get here, and then it just got real cold.
Real cold. Oh, it legitimately snowed here this year. Like, people can call it sleet as much as they want, but I'm calling it snow.
No, it
was
snowed.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cold.
Yeah.
I was at the racetrack and my windscreen was freezing over. Like, it was just cold.
Yep.
It's never been that cold here. It's
horrible.
All wet. Maybe it has been that cold, but it's never been wet and cold. Winter here,
and we're only drawing on 30 years of data.
Yeah. But in my experience, winter here has always been dry. It doesn't rain through winter. It gets crazy dry. You get the frost.
Your hands get all cracked.
Yeah, your lips get all shit and your face cracks and your cheeks get sore and whatever. But this year, it just didn't stop raining. And it was freezing. It was like a frigid. It was so cold. God, it was cold. So I couldn't be any more stoked.
Bring it on.
That summer is here.
You're going to be back in the shed with just overalls on in no time.
Oh, yeah, the water on the roof. There's sprinklers on. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a technological innovation.
Oh, yeah. For those that playing along at home that don't know my shed, it gets hot in summer. Making candles in 35 degrees heat is a shit idea. And so the best solution, when we were shoeing out west, there was a couple of stables out there, and what they did is they had a little 12-volt pump that had the garden irrigation hose bunged into the bottom of the water tank. Little 12-volt pump that pumps it up onto the roof, sprays the water over the top of the roof, runs back into the gutters, back into the tank, and then just circulates around. So you're not wasting any water. You do lose a fair bit of water through evaporation, but what it does is it takes the heat out of the steel, the tin roof.
Yeah.
And it's like putting an air conditioner on it. It drops the temperature a good 5 degrees. It's crazy how much difference that makes. It's super cheap. We run it off a battery and a solar panel, and it just runs flat out. And it was the best thing we ever did to that workshop. It's just
especially when you got vats and heaters, and it's a lot of ambient heat.
You're pouring candles that the wax is a gazillion degrees, so you're standing over the top of it. There's just that is that much radiant heat, which is lovely in winter when it's freezing cold outside and you're standing in a shed that's got a vat and you're pouring candles and the shed gets
we always get the water pumps and the shitty cold jobs all winter, and then all summer it's cars are driving in from 3 hours away and they're roaring hot. It's just you can never see, and when there is a warm job to do in winter, it's everyone's fighting over that job. Just get to lie in there in a hot engine.
Yeah, it does get fucking cold in this shed. God, it's cold in this shed.
Yep.
And I guess it's just a big empty steel
big empty
room.
space
just
on a hill facing southwest. It's just a shitty
just
idea.
A shit idea.
But
no, I dead set could not be keener for summer this year. It felt like it went forever. It's burnt me. I'm ready to move to a tropical country somewhere. It's I don't
pack
know.
up and
I can see why the pensioners, those grey nomads, just fucking send it to the hills for the whole of winter and then
go to
Townsville
back for 6 months.
Yeah. And then toddle back down here for summer.
Yep.
That's such a better idea. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to move our setup.
Yeah, same.
Seasonally.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult.
I don't think we
could have done that shoeing. We could have done a cycle.
Guy that used to mow for me here, he ended up franchising into CQ for that reason, because obviously through winter they don't mow anything.
Yeah.
So he just franchised up there where they mow year round, but that winter mow offset the lack of work.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Cheeky bastard used to be here every week that they were predicting rain, chucking fertiliser on the grass. And I'd go, what are you doing, mate? Oh, this looks nicer when it's green. Good. You're just making business for yourself, mate.
Just want to mow more frequently, buddy. He's here 3 times a week mowing the grass.
Yeah. I come in one Saturday and he's just out the front, just like he was doing all of our street, and he's just flicking a bit of furt out the window. Got everyone all furted up, ready for a bit of rain. Good idea.
That's clever.
Yeah, 100%.
Good business. That's good business.
Return business.
Yeah, they love it.
But yeah, that's what he ended up doing was setting up a few boys up.
Genius
up in CQ.
idea. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good idea. I wonder, how hard that would actually. I wonder if more businesses could follow that model. Don't know.
Of year round.
Yeah, just following
the work. Yeah. Don't know.
It's hard for a setup company, I guess.
Good if you're on a fishing trawler or something.
Good
I
if
suppose.
fishing trawler. You could do a shoeing, not that hooves ever really stop growing, but to get out of the cold, you could zip around.
zip around up the top end of the country for a couple of months.
Yeah, come back down.
Yeah.
Everybody will be pretty mad at you because you haven't shot their horses.
Yeah, that's right.
In the
Haven't seen it
cold.
for 6 months. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to get a farrier to fill in
Oh, yeah.
for 6 months in the cold
Yeah.
and then sack him right at the start of spring.
Right when it comes good. Yeah, he wouldn't be real popular.
No, that word would get around town pretty quick.
They would get around pretty
All
quick.
the farriers would be off you.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah. But that's actually only one other thing that I did come across that I thought was pretty interesting is that man-made objects have now outweighed the entire biomass of Earth.
What?
Yeah. So there's more glass, plastic, steel
Yeah.
on the surface of the planet than
Yep.
biomass.
So how does that work? Because you can't add. We can only use the resources that are here.
Yeah, but like plastic's not made purely from. It doesn't take a kilo of biomass to make a kilo of plastic.
Yeah, but it still has to exist here.
Yeah.
So like,
But it's-
what they make plastic out of comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
Then they process it, turn it into plastic.
Yeah, but they're talking like biomass, so plants and animals, and,
and
like
people.
And stuff,
Okay.
like natural occurring stuff, like biomass.
Yeah.
is now way less than
Wow.
man-made.
Wow.
So roads now outweigh ants 100 to 1.
Roads.
Roads.
There's a lot of ants.
That's a lot of roads.
That's a lot of roads.
Yeah. Which so now there will be a new geological layer for anthropologists and stuff in years to come.
Yeah.
Which is the Anthropocene layer.
Which is our layer. That's what we're living in.
This is our
now.
layer. So in a million years' time when they're excavating, they will get to the Anthropocene layer, which is our layer.
Where they'll be like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, he's right. You guys made some shit.
You guys were busy.
Yeah, so like plastic bottles and all that stuff.
Well,
tyres and
yeah.
That's
crazy.
It's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What a weird fact.
Yeah, weird fact. Like I said, my algorithm on Twitter this week was just
My old man rung me with
super interesting.
We'll leave you with this. My old man rung me this week with a problem that he didn't think of it. He heard it and it related it to me. So if we're spinning the Earth itself is
Do we need to?
Yeah, if the world itself is spinning at what are we spinning, like 1,200 revolutions? Like the world is spinning fast, right, around its axis. So we're spinning independently on an axis, the Earth, and we go around. The moon goes around us, and we go around the sun. Why do shadows move so slowly?
What do you mean?
Because how many revolutions does the world do? So if the world's spinning like a basketball on your finger, right?
Yeah.
So it's spinning really quickly.
Yeah.
How many times does the world spin a day?
1. That's how you get your day-night cycle.
But it can't, because gravity only works because we're spinning quickly in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like...
I think you're overthinking this way too much.
I might be, but I'm welcome to the comment section here, because my brain... So we should probably get your phone and have just ChatGPT. How fast is the world spinning on its axis?
I'll ask Grok. What is...
Because I think you're underthinking this.
Rotation.
And I'd never thought about it until my old man rung me, and maybe I am overthinking this.
Your old man spends a lot of time in his shed making cuckoo clocks.
Yeah, by himself.
What is the rotational speed of Earth?
Yeah.
The Earth rotates on its axis at a speed of approximately 1,600 kilometres per hour at the equator.
Yep.
This speed varies depending on latitude, decreasing as you move toward the poles, where it approaches 0.
So how many times does the world spin in a day?
1. The Earth completes one full rotation in about 23 hours 56 minutes, known as a sidereal day.
Yep.
That's how you get day-night.
So it takes, even though the world's spinning so fast, it takes that amount of time.
Because of the diameter of the Earth.
Yeah, to get around.
Because the Earth isn't the size of a basketball.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand how big the world is.
And that's why the moon starts in the east and ends in the west, and then the sun shows up, is because that's That's how days work. One spin is one
One
day.
spin, yeah. Like, so
yeah.
I sort
So
of
a shadow moves
at that speed. But it's because the world is so big that even though
and
you're
the
spinning,
distance from the sun and yeah.
Yeah, that's super fascinating. I just never thought about it like that.
The stupid one I've heard is that people go, well, if you just like pick a helicopter up off the earth and hover for an hour, and you come back down, you're in the same spot, and it's like, well, yeah, because
you're still part of
the whole thing.
Rotation. Yeah. The only time that doesn't work is a bullet.
Yeah,
because it's
going a lot faster.
But it's propelled and it's going a lot faster as the world's spinning underneath it, which is a different thing.
You're going to end up in the flat earther camp talking about planes fucking turning upside down. And
I get...
But even the other night, like I got up Monday morning to have a look at that lunar eclipse, and it was 82 minutes from when it first went red to when it went back to yellow. Like normally, you get a solar eclipse. Yeah. You pull up for 10 minutes and you put your welding goggles on. You go, that was cool. Like you could see it go across and back. But it was an hour and 20 something minutes.
That's crazy.
It was really slow. Like I got up, had a look, and it was just starting to come back from behind the shadow. Yeah. And I got up and the kids wanted to see it, so I woke. So it was like 4:30, 4:45. Yeah. They woke up, we had breakfast, looked out, I was like, it's still like half and half. Like it took a really long time.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's how days work.
Yeah.
One revolution per day.
I
and that's
knew
why
that
a day on Mercury is.
Yeah, so equivalent. I knew, but they're two different things in my brain. They're two different things. So I know that a day is a cycle around the sun. No, it's not. That's a year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's where
that's where your ball's up.
Yeah. So it takes 1 year
to go around
the sun. It takes 1 day for the moon to go around the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for us as we rotate. The moon rotates as well.
Yeah, so the moon's spinning, but
the moon's not spinning. The moon doesn't spin.
At all?
No, that's why there's a dark side of the moon.
Oh, there's a dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Our credibility is getting scrapped in this episode.
Groundbreaking science.
These people are like, I thought these guys were really intelligent.
Nobody ever claimed that we were intelligent. I am curious, however.
We claimed from the offset that we are the opposite of intelligent.
But this was just one of those things. And I guess when you think about something too much, you do overcomplicate it. But
100% you do.
It also just like puts in perspective the staggering scale of the universe. Yeah. Like if that's how long it takes the world to go.
Well, it's like tides. People think tides come in and out. They're not. Yeah. The water's bulging towards the moon.
I know this for a fact.
Yeah, and that's why the lunar is linked to the oceans.
It's not just tides; it's underground aquifers.
It's everything because it's the gravitational pull of the moon.
Yeah,
because it's pulling the water. It's stretching the water like an egg shape.
Yeah,
and then releasing it again. And so you don't really get taught that in school. You just get taught that the tide water comes in and water goes out. But it's not. It's just stretching away.
Yeah, it just pulls away from it. And the underground aquifers do the same, and that's why springs run harder on full moons than they do.
Yep,
it's super interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go.
Anyway.
So for listeners out there, that's how days work.
Welcome to Grade 1 Science, everybody. I'm sorry for dragging the podcast down, but my brain could not figure that one out.
That's all right. Hopefully Pops listens to this and has learnt something.
He won't.
So a shadow is moving at the correct speed. That's how they worked out.
Yeah.
That's how they worked out the Earth was spinning, was they put a stick in the ground and watched the shadow.
Yeah. And I guess that's how they measured the diameter of... Because back in the ancient Greece times, they had figured out the circumference of the world to like a pretty accurate distance. And I guess that's how they did it. Yeah. Makes perfect fucking sense. They didn't have grok. Thank you, Mr. Strickland, for schooling us in the ways of the shadow.
Ways of the shadow.
Well, on that fucking...
I think we better bow out on that one.
Spectacular note. I'm glad that I actually ironed that one out.
Yeah, voice your concerns.
Voice my concerns.
We're here to educate the nation. We've said this.
Yeah, we've said this already. He got shadow banned.
Yes, indeed. Well, thanks everyone for joining again. We've rabbited on proficiently once again, I think.
I think so.
The support this week's been sensational.
It's snowballing is what's happening. It's very cool.
Yeah. So reach out if you've got comments.
Admin.
Rip
Garrison.
into us for our lack of knowledge on the Earth.
I'm a fucking idiot. We're all aware. Admin, garrisonsupplyco.com.au for emails. Garrison Supply Co. Cigar Club on Facebook.
Yep.
You guys know where to find us. This is now, episode 10. So thank you guys for your support.
Yeah.
We'll keep kicking on.
10 hours of your life plus that we've wasted.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting us waste your lives.
Yeah. No, it's good. Thank you for coming along with the journey. And we'll see you'll see us next Wednesday.
This time next Wednesday.
Yep, every time.
Righto.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks, and girls.
And girls.